I think so many people are watching women's basketball right now.
Yeah.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me, too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Because, like I keep saying, they understand that Caitlin Clark is the biggest draw in sports right now. They are panicking. They are panicking and don't know what to do.
Have you ever witnessed a sporting event so electrifying, so utterly dominant, that it transcended the game itself and became a cultural phenomenon? This wasn't just a basketball game. It was a masterclass in precision, a testament to unwavering focus and a spectacular display of athletic prowess that left the opposing team and their entire fan base reeling in stunned silence. We're talking about the Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese showdown, a clash of titans that redefined the meaning of rivalry. Prepare to be amazed, because what unfolded on that court was nothing short of legendary. This wasn't merely a crossover. It was a seismic shift in the power dynamic. Caitlin Clark's move wasn't just a display of skill. It was a calculated demolition of her opponent's confidence, a public execution of their pride, broadcast live to millions. The sound of the crowd's stunned silence was almost louder than the squeak of sneakers on the polished hardwood. The sheer audacity of the move, the precision of its execution, the undeniable dominance it showcased. It left a lasting impression, a moment etched in the annals of basketball history that will be dissected and analyzed for years to come. It was less a basketball play and more a declaration of war, a decisive opening salvo in a battle for supremacy. The ripple effects of this single moment spread far beyond the court, igniting a firestorm of debate and discussion across social media and sports commentary.
Last year, you made a powerful statement saying the reason people are watching women's basketball is not just because of one player, but because of you two. A year later, do you feel like you're
Next question.
Yeah, we'll move on. Thank you. Move on to Zoom. ESPN, please unmute.
Time to add a blindfold.
Blindfolded. Let's go. I'm here to assist the dudes with making shots.
We appreciate it, Caitlin. Every shot you make is one less that I have to do.
You climb the mountain
Who needs the seed?
Let's go! We are now a three-pointers distance behind the goal. We'll call it the -3.
Here we go, Caitlin. Come on. Come on.
That'll work.
This is the bounce back.
The arena exploded. It wasn't just the roar of the crowd. It was the sound of a collective gasp, followed by an eruption of pure, unadulterated joy. The energy was palpable, a tangible force that vibrated through the stands, a wave of excitement that crashed over the commentators, leaving them speechless. The palpable tension in the air preceding the shot, the anticipation building with each second, the perfect release, the satisfying swish of the net. Every element combined to create a moment of pure, unadulterated sports drama. The critics, those who had previously doubted Clark's abilities, were suddenly silenced, their hot takes replaced by a stunned silence. This wasn't just a highlight reel moment. It was a complete and utter dismantling of preconceived notions, a stunning display of skill that proved once and for all that Clark was a force to be reckoned with. The impact resonated far beyond the game itself, shattering records and crushing egos in its wake. This wasn't merely a continuation of the game, it was the escalation of a rivalry, a dramatic shift in momentum that left no room for doubt. Any lingering notion that Clark might be slowing down was instantly dispelled. This pivotal moment served as undeniable proof that she was only just getting started. The intensity ratcheted up several notches, the game transforming from a simple contest into a full-blown, high-stakes battle for dominance. The stakes were higher than ever, the pressure immense, yet Clark thrived under the heat, showcasing an unwavering determination and an unparalleled skill set. This wasn't just about winning, it was about asserting absolute control. and Clark did so with ruthless efficiency.
So anybody with a connected brainstem knows that Caitlin Clark is far better of a basketball player and has made such a tremendous impact in a greater number, more so than Angel Reese. Everybody knows that. Her college career was better. The stadium sales, the NFL, the WNBA popularity has gone up because Caitlin Clark.
Yesterday,
This wasn't just a score, it was a statement. Clark didn't merely silence her haters. She systematically dismantled their arguments, their doubts, their very being, all while executing a breathtaking display of athleticism. The sheer artistry of her moves, the effortless grace with which she maneuvered around her opponents, the devastating precision of her shots. It was a performance of such breathtaking skill that it left the audience breathless. The sequence wasn't just a highlight. It was a meticulously crafted masterpiece, a testament to years of dedication, practice, and an innate understanding of the game. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated domination, a statement that echoed far beyond the confines of the court. The visual impact alone was enough to leave a lasting impression, but the underlying message of unwavering confidence and supreme talent was even more impactful. But this wasn't the end. This was merely the intermission in a high-stakes drama. The buzzer sounded, the crowd erupted, but the true battle was far from over. The tension hung heavy in the air, the anticipation palpable, as both teams prepared for the next round. The game had transformed into something beyond a mere sporting event. It was a clash of wills, a test of mental fortitude, and a relentless pursuit of victory. The stakes were higher than ever, the pressure immense, yet the stage was set for an even more electrifying showdown.
I love this shit.
Yeah,
I love this shit, man.
Yeah, see, when I saw this shit, when I saw this shit, man, I was like, God damn, this is what it needs. We need this shit in the WNBA.
Yes. I don't give a shit if they like each other or not. Who cares?
Yeah.
I think what has grown this game is the storyline and the rivalry that started back in college. I think that's great for the game. This shit has been happening. Women are more catty and been getting in smoke more than men do. So this shit has always happened.
Yeah.
It just happens to be these two young stars in the league.
But the only thing I didn't like about that shit, man, the racism part.
The intensity was ratcheted up to 11. The second half wasn't just a continuation of the game, it was a full-blown war, a brutal, no-holds-barred battle for supremacy. Angel Reese, visibly humbled by the previous events, came out fighting. But Clark's dominance remained unshaken. The drama wasn't just a subplot, it was the main event, a clash of titans that captivated the audience and left them breathless. The intensity, the skill, the sheer will to win, it was a spectacle that transcended the game itself. The atmosphere was electric, the tension palpable, the outcome uncertain. This wasn't just a game, it was a statement. A resounding declaration of dominance that echoed throughout the arena and beyond. The highlight reel alone would haunt the opposition for weeks to come, a chilling reminder of their utter defeat. The sheer athleticism on display, the strategic brilliance of the plays, the unwavering determination of the players. It was a spectacle that transcended the sport itself. The game was more than a contest. It was a narrative, a story of triumph and defeat, of resilience and unwavering determination. The lasting impact of this game extended far beyond the scoreboard, shaping the narrative of both players' careers and leaving an indelible mark on the sport. Let's delve into the details. The atmosphere was thick with tension, the air charged with anticipation. This wasn't a typical basketball game, it was a gladiatorial contest. A battle fought not just on the court, but also in the minds of the players. The level of intensity was unprecedented, the stakes impossibly high. Every possession, every shot, every dribble held immense significance. The game was far more than just a sequence of plays. It was a drama unfolding in real time, a narrative that captivated the audience from the opening tip-off.
He's the best basketball player in women's basketball right now. Right, face of the league, right? If you got a rookie competing with Asia Wilson right there, and you want to come down here and talk about Angel Reese, bro, that's so disrespectful in Caitlin Clark's regard, and take race out of it. It has nothing to do with race. It has to do with ball. You're trying to say that people are talking about Caitlin Clark more than Angel Reese because of race. It has to do with ball. I'm watching Caitlin Clark before I watch Angel Reese. I'm saying that as a black man. And I know other black men that will say the same thing. That's all I gotta say.
Reese didn't just enter the court, she stormed it, her presence commanding attention. Her aura was one of pure, unadulterated confidence, her every move radiating determination. She wasn't just playing the game. She was rewriting the narrative, crafting her own legend with each possession. The hair, the eyes, the attitude, every detail contributed to an image of fierce determination and unwavering confidence. This wasn't simply a basketball player, it was a force of nature, a warrior dressed in athletic gear, ready to claim her rightful place on the court. But she was about to learn that some battles are simply unwinnable. She wasn't merely participating, she was actively shaping the narrative, turning every play into a chapter in her personal legend. Every move was calculated, every decision deliberate, every action a carefully crafted step toward her ultimate goal: victory. This wasn't just about winning. It was about leaving an indelible mark on the game, a legacy that would be talked about for years to come. The sheer intensity of her focus, the unwavering belief in her own abilities, it was a spectacle to behold. But she had met her match. Clark's response was subtle but devastatingly effective. A quiet, confident smirk, a silent acknowledgement of the challenge, a subtle hint of the impending storm. This wasn't just a reaction. It was a calculated strategy, a subtle shift in the power dynamic that left Reese momentarily off balance. The smirk was more than just a facial expression. It was a weapon, a silent declaration of dominance that foreshadowed the events to come. It was a look that said, "I see you. I understand your strategy, and I'm already 5 steps ahead."
For those of you who are not stuck on stupid and convinced to be racist every day of your life, the reason that they are very different is because Caitlin Clark is more mature. Caitlin Clark has decorum, professionalism. She plays hard, she works hard, she shoots well, she can shoot, she can dribble, she can pass, and she is a game time player. Angel Reese is one-dimensional, and I don't know if that dimension is that good. I'm being honest, she's only a big, you call it a big man. She only really active in the paint. She ain't shooting threes.
Reese had unwittingly poked a hornet's nest. This was more than just a basketball game. It was a clash of personalities, a battle of wills played out on the court. The challenge had been issued, the gauntlet thrown down, and now the full force of Clark's talent was about to be unleashed. The understated threat, the simmering intensity, the impending storm. It was a moment of high tension, a prelude to a spectacular display of athletic dominance. The game was about to reach a fever pitch. From the opening tip-off, Clark was locked in, her focus unwavering. Her game was more than just a display of skill. It was a symphony of precision, a ballet of athleticism, a masterpiece of controlled aggression. The seamless flow of her movements, the effortless grace with which she executed her plays, the deadly accuracy of her shots. It was a performance of such breathtaking skill that it left the audience spellbound. Her movements were not just athletic, they were artistic. A dance of skill and precision that captivated the crowd and left her opponents struggling to keep up. Her court vision was surgical, her shots laser-guided. It wasn't just skill, it was an almost supernatural understanding of the game. A preternatural ability to anticipate her opponent's moves and exploit their weaknesses. The precision was unnerving, the accuracy impeccable. Each shot was not merely a score, it was a statement of intent, a declaration of dominance that left her opponents reeling. Her ability to read the game, to anticipate her opponent's moves, and to execute her own plays with such precision was truly remarkable.
Cheryl, do you agree with both Clark and Reese saying this was a basketball play, or was this flagrant foul bigger than that?
I don't have an issue with the foul. I thought it was a hard foul. Yep, I thought the refs got it right, and to Angel's point, move on. My issue wasn't even with the foul, right? If you're going to foul somebody, I was always taught you don't give up an easy basket, period. And that's what I thought Caitlin did.
Reese tried to apply pressure, to disrupt Clark's rhythm, to rattle her composure. But it was a futile effort. Clark remained unflappable, her focus unwavering, her determination unyielding. The verbal sparring, the attempts at intimidation, the calculated strategies, they all proved ineffective against Clark's superior skill and unwavering confidence. Reese's attempts to disrupt Clark's rhythm, to rattle her composure, were ultimately unsuccessful. Clark's composure remained constant despite the pressure, and her skill remained sharp. She responded to the pressure with calculated destruction, responding to every challenge with a devastating counterattack. Clark's response wasn't merely a display of skill, it was a calculated act of defiance, a demonstration of unwavering confidence in the face of adversity. The precision of each shot, the accuracy of each pass, the effortless grace of her movements. It was a performance of such breathtaking skill that it left her opponents completely overwhelmed. This wasn't just a basketball game. It was a masterclass in controlled aggression, a display of dominance that left no room for doubt. Reese's attempt to rally her team was met with a devastating counterattack. Clark's response wasn't just a score. It was a calculated act of defiance, a demonstration of unwavering confidence in the face of adversity. The fadeaway shot was more than just a basketball play. It was a statement, a subtle but powerful message that showcased Clark's superior skill and unwavering composure. The crowd erupted. The commentators were left speechless, and Reese was left to contemplate the widening gap between herself and her seemingly unstoppable rival. The crowd's reaction was deafening. The commentators' voices were lost in a sea of excited shouts, and Reese was left speechless, her eyes wide with disbelief. The sheer dominance of Clark's performance was so overwhelming that it left Reese struggling to comprehend what she was witnessing. The moment was not just a turning point in the game, it was a pivotal moment in the unfolding rivalry, a clear indication of the shifting power dynamic. The crowd's reaction, the commentators' stunned silence, and Reese's expression of disbelief all combined to create a moment of pure, unadulterated drama.
You ever think you'd be on Inside the NBA talking about the WNBA protecting somebody from violence?
No, I thought man, these girls getting ready to hit the lottery. I mean, this is a great time to be a woman in the WNBA. Caitlin, what she's done for the game the last couple of years, she is a shining star. I didn't think she was going to have to worry about all this petty nonsense that's going on. And it's really unfortunate because she's bringing so much notoriety to the game. I watched more college basketball in the last 2 years, women-wise, I have my entire life. They act like...
Reese's stunned reaction spoke volumes. She was witnessing her own carefully constructed narrative unravel before her eyes, her carefully laid plans reduced to ashes. The realization that she was facing a superior opponent, an opponent whose skill and determination were simply beyond her reach, was a bitter pill to swallow. The slow blink, the stunned expression, the silent contemplation. It was a powerful visual representation of the shifting power dynamic. The scoreboard told only part of the story. The numbers were impressive, the margin of victory significant, but they couldn't fully capture the sheer dominance of Clark's performance. The game was not just about the final score, it was about the way the game was played, the skill, the determination, the unwavering focus that allowed Clark to completely dominate her opponent. The scoreboard only told part of the story. The true extent of Clark's dominance was far more profound. Clark's confidence spoke louder than any scoreboard. Her demeanor, her body language, her every move radiated an aura of absolute certainty, an unwavering belief in her own abilities. The game wasn't just about skill. It was about mental fortitude, about the unwavering belief in one's own capabilities, and Clark possessed this in abundance. The game was a demonstration of Clark's superior mental fortitude as well as her impressive athleticism. The atmosphere on the court was electric, the tension palpable. The opening whistle signaled the start of not just a basketball game but a psychological war, a battle of wills played out under the intense scrutiny of the spotlight. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation, the tension thick enough to cut with a knife. Every player, every coach, every fan in the stands felt the weight of the moment, the significance of the game. This wasn't just a match. It was a clash of titans, a battle for dominance that would shape the narrative of both players' careers. The tension was so palpable that it overshadowed even the roar of the crowd. The fans were glued to their seats, their eyes riveted to the court, their hearts pounding in their chests. This wasn't just a game. It was a spectacle, a drama unfolding in real time, a clash of titans that captivated the audience and left them breathless. The atmosphere was thick with anticipation, the tension almost unbearable. The fans were on the edge of their seats, their eyes glued to the court, every muscle in their bodies tense with anticipation.
One word to describe Caitlin Clark.
Amazing.
Yes.
A beast. She is the truth. She's the truth, and she was a rookie. Knock down the three-pointer, get to the rim. She can get to the free throw line. She's crafty.
Yeah, very crafty.
Crafty, so sometimes she look like she's coming off for a three-point shot and she backdoors you for a layup. She gets her teammates involved. She can pass, she can shoot. Man, she is a complete basketball player. And you know what I want to see? You know, so many people talked about Sabrina and Steph, you know, with that three-point shooting contest. You know what I want to see in the WNBA All-Star game? I want to see Sabrina Ionescu shoot.
The opening moments were a masterclass in controlled chaos. The energy in the arena wasn't just excitement. It was raw, untamed intensity. Reese entered as if she owned the court, her confidence aggressive and unwavering. Every move was calculated, every gesture deliberate. She was ready for war, but Clark was ready for something more. Utter domination. The opening minutes were a display of both players' intense focus, their determination, and their unwavering belief in their own abilities. The energy in the arena was infectious, the tension palpable, the outcome uncertain. Reese's initial aggression was met with Clark's calculated response. The three-pointer wasn't just a shot, it was a statement, a declaration of dominance that shifted the momentum of the game. The silence that followed the shot was more powerful than any roar. It was the sound of stunned disbelief, of dawning realization. Reese had come prepared for battle, but she had underestimated her opponent's skill, her composure, and her unwavering determination. Reese's response was a display of raw power and aggression. Her forceful entry into the key was a statement of intent, a declaration of defiance. But it was also a desperate attempt to regain control of the game. The intensity of her movements, the force of her presence. It was a spectacle to behold. However, it was a desperate act, a futile attempt to regain control of a game that had already been lost. This wasn't just basketball. It was a battle for control of the paint. Every possession became a struggle, every move a calculated risk, every action a statement of intent. This wasn't merely a basketball game. It was a war of attrition, a relentless battle for supremacy played out on the hardwood. Every possession was a battle, every move a calculated risk. The intensity was palpable, the tension unbearable, the outcome uncertain.
Angel Reese is the Hawk Tua of the WNBA. She made a ridiculous statement in an interview. It went viral. She took advantage of it, made a podcast. She realizes that she's never going to be as good as Caitlin Clark, but if she plays the villain, she'll always stay relevant. She even called Caitlin Clark's fans racist.
Think about making the move to bigger arenas for Angel Reese, because Angel Reese is not Caitlin Clark, period. In terms of a basketball player, in terms of a personality.
Clark's response was a chilling display of calculated nonchalance. The slow grin wasn't just a facial expression. It was a weapon, a subtle but powerful assertion of dominance. The smirk was a silent declaration of superiority, a subtle hint of the impending storm. It conveyed a message of utter confidence, of unwavering belief in her own abilities. It was a look that said, "I see you. I understand your plans. And I'm already 5 steps ahead." The scoreboard would eventually reflect the reality of the situation. The numbers would tell the story, but the true narrative was far more complex, far more nuanced, far more compelling. The game was more than just a contest. It was a drama, a story of triumph and defeat, of resilience and unwavering determination. The scoreboard would eventually reflect the reality of the situation, but the true narrative was far more compelling. Reese was about to learn a valuable lesson. That smile wasn't a sign of weakness. It was a harbinger of impending doom. The nonchalant expression, the quiet confidence, the subtle shift in body language. It was all part of a carefully orchestrated plan. The smile was a mask, a carefully crafted facade that hid a fierce determination and an unwavering belief in her own abilities. It was a look that said, "This is my game, and I am about to win." The game was over before it even began. The shot was a masterpiece of precision, a testament to years of dedication and unwavering focus. The shot itself was a thing of beauty. A perfect arc, a flawless release, a satisfying swish through the net. The crowd's reaction was pure pandemonium, a wave of pure, unadulterated joy that washed over the arena. Reese's reaction was one of stunned disbelief, of dawning realization.
This is a basketball play, and people just aren't used to it. So too many people are precious and pandering and projecting, and they're polarizing. And Angel Reese got the best of Caitlin junior year of college. Then Caitlin got the best of Angel senior year of college. Last year, they were both exceptional. Clearly, Caitlin's more popular. And yesterday, the Indiana Fever. I mean, we're looking at like a Tiger Woods.
Reese's retreat was a strategic withdrawal, a desperate attempt to escape the escalating humiliation. The game wasn't just over. It was a complete and utter rout. A devastating defeat that left Reese and her team scrambling for answers. The retreat wasn't merely a physical withdrawal, it was a symbolic surrender, an acknowledgement of defeat in the face of overwhelming dominance. This rematch wasn't just another game. It was a highly anticipated showdown, a clash of titans fueled by intense rivalry and high stakes. The previous encounter had left a bitter taste in Clark's mouth, and she returned with a vengeance, determined to settle the score. The game was more than just a sporting event. It was a cultural phenomenon, a spectacle that captivated the attention of millions. The events of the previous encounter had set the stage for a dramatic rematch, a high-stakes clash that would shape the narrative of both players' careers.
The only reason I'm bringing this up is because how a small little story elevated into this crazy story that we got here today. So, Caitlin Clark is playing a game. And there's this issue with her and Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark pushes one of the teammates of Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese pushes one of the teammates of Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark fouls Angel Reese. Angel Reese does one of these LeBron flops and falls on the ground. I mean, she learned it from LeBron. Falls to the ground. And the next thing you know, DeMarcus like, oh my God, she's protected. Oh, it's all because she's white and all this other stuff. And then Angel Reese comes out and she's saying all.
The shot was more than just a score. It was a statement. The impact of the moment, the magnitude of the victory, it all transcended the sport itself. The shot wasn't merely a basket, it was a declaration, a statement of dominance that reverberated throughout the arena and beyond. The shot was a meticulously crafted masterpiece. The precision, the accuracy, the effortless grace. It was all a testament to Clark's exceptional skill and unwavering focus. The shot wasn't just a basket. It was a work of art, a testament to years of dedication and unwavering focus. The game was no longer about basketball. It was about a eulogy, a symbolic ending to a long and bitter rivalry. The finality of the moment, the overwhelming dominance of Clark's performance, it all culminated in a single unforgettable bucket. The game wasn't just a basketball match. It was a symbolic burial, the final nail in the coffin of a long and bitter rivalry. The rivalry didn't end. It was buried. The highlight reel would be replayed countless times, a chilling reminder of Reese's humiliating defeat. The rivalry wasn't merely concluded. It was buried, its memory preserved in the annals of basketball history as a testament to Clark's exceptional skill and unwavering determination. Reese's expression was a Greek tragedy unfolding in real time. The shift in her emotions, the range of expressions. It was a powerful visual representation,